What up, Doe? Ledge here, chill with me. Good morning, battle rap. Good morning, battle rap world. I don't know. Belgian waffles, chicken and waffles. Some waffles, man. I'm feeling a waffle type vibe. Nah. I'm gonna skip breakfast a little bit. We're gonna go a little brunch. We're gonna go with like y'all fuck with paninis? I'm just act. No, what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Y'all too bougie. Y'all too bougie. Y'all don't fuck with paninis. But anyway, we are here. Just talk about a few events that went down, man, over the weekend. We're gonna get right into it because one is really starting to come together like I knew it would. I always had faith in it. When I saw it put together, when I saw the rosters, the divisions, I was like, this is going to be something, man. And it's starting to come to fruition. I'm glad I'm starting to see some, of the media heads talk about it a little bit more. It's starting to get more traction. And as it builds, it's going to be even greater success, especially once we get into the playoffs. And I'm talking about, the playoffs. And I'm talking about King of the Dots season. Season is really strong, man, really good. Pretty much every division got one of the ones that you was like, oh, this is a goodie, man. There was no exception here. When you look at it, they say South Side battles, but they do got two West Coast battles, West region battles that you see highlighted with the yellow, right? So it was Caustic versus Fiero, and then it was Fate versus the debut of Pass, who agreed to be a part of the season. I believe he's taking the place of Chubby Jag. So he took his place and passes on here. And before we get into that, though, I do want to talk about some of the South battles. I believe the first one that kicked things off was Lotta Zay versus Clone. And Lotta was in another good one, man. Lotta Zay is just talented, always have been. Some of his punches, his setups, I like where he goes with it. Sometimes it can be predictable, but sometimes it can be really unpredictable, and the punch is just well worth the wait. Clone, credit, he prides himself on being an elite puncher. Also got this comedic side to him where he's not even trying to be funny. It's just how he delivers his material. It just got a humor element to it that I don't even think he realizes sometimes. Or maybe he does and just plays into it. But he came out dumbing out in that first round for sure. And that was after a good Lotta Zay first round, but he kind of just overpowered it. Now, I do have Clone winning. I do. The judges pretty much gave him a perfect score. So it's up there. They're basically saying it's up there with the Bill Collector performance against, Stack Almighty. Mad Flex had a 150 versus Bobby Lee. I don't know if it was to that level, but it was good. It was definitely good. It was definitely worth the win. But is it that? I don't know. I'm going to say no. I liked it, though. But being a little generous there with the 150. But shout out to Clone, man. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with when you talk about the South. Because he got a little bit of energy to him that the other ones might not have if you been paying attention. Over there, they're a little more cool and, witty and flowy. But he's kind of like right there, just nothing but impact, trying to drop bombs and shit like that. Lotta Zay, though, nothing to be ashamed about. I thought his performance was right up there. Had a few dry spots here and there. I think he had a hiccup in the first, but it was kind of slight. I don't know if the judges really counted that as being a separator, but, he'll bounce back from this, and that's what the season is about. You get to see people either get better or just regress, and you be like, damn, this person was the leader after their first showing. Now you're 2 or 3 showings in, and you see the consistency fall off. That's how you kind of separate the real talent that's out there cooking on a consistent basis as opposed to ones who might just be a flash in the pan, give you a moment to make you think they're about to go crazy like that all the time, and it just never happens. So, yeah, that was a good one to start things off. What was the next out of the South Side battles? I believe it was So Severe and Street Hymns for our South Side battles. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have the highest expectations for this for a few reasons. One, is because, and it's no shot. This is gonna sound like a shot, but it's not a shot. I just feel like I know what I'm gonna get out of So Severe, like material wise. I usually feel like he's gonna say something like this. This is gonna be his punch. This is gonna be his. I feel like I know. It's just like it's like watching a Young Cannon battle, and there's no shot at Young Cannon. Well, I feel like I'm shooting at people, but I'm not shooting. It's just I feel like I know what I'm gonna get when I watch him. Like I know I'm gonna get like some punches that's gonna land, some punches that's not gonna land because they might be dated, or they just might not be as powerful as he intended to be. You know, that's how I be feeling about So Severe sometimes. And on the other side, you know, yeah, like just on the other side of that card, when you look at him battling Street Hymns, to me it was just more about fatigue, like battle output. He's been battling a lot. He was on RBE. I seen him in Cleveland battling, and he battled Anubis, and that wasn't a 1-rounder. That was a 3-rounder. So he's been battling like in 3-round battles. So I just didn't think he would personally, like, you know, just specifically him, I didn't think he would have enough in the tank to really go crazy. I thought he was going to kind of teeter that line of, I got a message, so I'd rather kind of focus on the message than focus on my opponent type of vibe. But nah, he was going after it. He was going after it. So Severe, I think, clearly got, not clearly, but there was a nice size margin in his first round to Street Hymns. Second and third rounds were a bit close, but Street Hymns got those rounds to me. I just thought the shit he was, man, his pen is that, we got to respect his pen. You got to respect it. You got to. Everything else, maybe some of the antics, you might not like how he delivers it. You might not like his setups. Maybe some, I know some people fall in and out of love with people's voices. Maybe his voice, his pitch ain't the one for you. But that pen to pad, that shit, you know, it's very few that can match it. So that was a good one, very solid. And then the last one from the West was Carter Deans versus Lou Cypher. Lou Cypher. Now, I've been watching Lou for a minute, man. And I know people like to say, oh, he's leveling up. He's been at this level. He's a high-level lyricist. A high-level, structured puncher, whatever. That's Lou. This ain't about Lou. So I want to give him his flowers first. I want to talk about, you know, he did his numbers. He did his thing. There was no denying him. He got a perfect score, too. I'm not all the way there with that one either. Very generous this past weekend, judges. Y'all was giving out 150s like Halloween candy. I ain't know we was doing that out here. But be that as it may, I do want to say that it was good. It was really good, and Carter Deems helped that be a dirty 30. Just, can we have this talk? Can we have this talk about the gentleman named Carter Deems? I know he's a fan favorite. Like, I know these things. I know he's a fan favorite. I know people love him and all that. I get it. He's done some amazing things. People over there consider him a legend. I get it. But there's always a but, right? We gotta start being honest too. Pan to me. We're gonna have to start being honest. I don't know what the fuck he's doing in this tournament. Like, I get it. He can, like, against Johnny Storm, his second with all the pocket shit. Dope, fire, created a moment. I got it. But he got smoked by Clone. I didn't even think he beat Johnny Storm, but whatever. And he's just, I don't know. It's just maybe he's just complacent. This money don't mean that much to him. I don't know, but this whole, like, I feel like he get away with a lot of stuff that other people don't. I'll just say that. Like, this whole ability to come up with a few lines. If the crowd's not feeling it, be like, oh, wow, that didn't go over well. and like say this like real slick sarcastic shit to get a rise out of the fans, to make it look like, oh, he's freestyling. Like, yes, freestyling is dope, but it has to be executed a certain way in order for it to count. You can't just be freestyling and rhyming, and because it rhymed, it made sense, and you freestyled it, you got points. It has to be really amazing, really all the way well put together. He's just choppy, man. He's just choppy, and nobody's really like he was bad. He was bad. He was bad. And then he does things and get the courtesy laugh. I get it. But I guess what I'm tripping off of is because he's not really active like that. I would, if you was Danny, I get it. If you was Twerk, I get it. But I don't see Carter Dean's name plastered all over like grassroots, small circuit areas. So he's had time. And I feel like we had this conversation before with Nico about when fans say this such and such had time. But, brother, I don't know. I don't know if I can rock with it. He going to have to change some things, take these battles serious. Whenever he knows who he has, start writing. Like, I don't know, man. I know that's not really his bag, but it needs to be. For this type of bread, it needs to be, okay? Yeah, so that was it with the South, man. Like that. Head on over to the West. Fiero versus Caustic. Didn't know they were this cool with each other, but as the rounds went on, you could tell. You could really tell. I thought they both was kind of light in the first, but I kind of edged it to Fiero. Kind of. Second round, Caustic got a little bit better. Was clean. Fiero wasn't. Third round, could go either way, honestly. Could go either way. I do like the third round from Fiero, like doing the whole reverse snitching by saying how faithful Caustic was. It was funny. It had its moments. All in all, Caustic won. Not mad at it. Caustic did beat Fiero, so I believe they're both 1-1 now. I believe, or did Caustic battle again? Like, I don't know. Actually, Caustic beat Stewie, so this will be his second win. I don't know. I can't remember if he battled again besides the Stewie battle in this season. But if not, I definitely agree with the judges so far. And it wasn't the most that battle wasn't like the most riveting art we've seen in battle rap, but if it did its job, I guess. But yeah, shout out to both gentlemen. Now not the main event, but I'm gonna call it the main event because there was buzz around this battle before the battle even like dropped, right? Just based off of people who were there, people who were covering it, who saw it already. People were like, this is one of the ones. I saw people saying best battle in the season so far. And while I agree, I was nervous because when people say that, you get nervous, man. People throw out classics and all sorts of just hyperboles, man, to just put more emphasis on whatever it is they're passionate about. They didn't lie. They did not lie. This was a good-ass battle. Best battle of the season so far? Maybe. It's actually up there with the other joint. It's up. Look. It's up there. It's up there with the other joint. What's the other joint? Riggs and Lotta Zay. You guys got to make some room. You got company. Look, Fate was dope. Pass was dope. I had it 1-1 going into the third, right? I thought Fate edged him in the first. I thought Pass clearly won the second. And then the third, I hear Pass's third. Now, that's why I say the chat is different. The Twitch chat is different. It's different than the energy I was seeing, about his third on Twitter as opposed to on the stream. But Be that as it may, it didn't affect anything. It didn't affect anything. I will say that. The show went on. And man, when it went on, I thought Fate got him in the third. If he didn't already stumble bad. I feel like that third was his for the taking. It was 1-1 going into the third, in my opinion. I believe a few judges saw it that same way. And yeah, there was a line or two. Now, granted, it's hard to put the blame on him when it wasn't like everything was ideal. Look, man. I ain't even about to get into Fate. You got to clean up the thirds. You got to clean up your slippages, your stumbles and fumbles. Disappointed. This is kind of like, I feel like how Nino, when Nico felt about, who was that? Rubando had a chance to beat Jay the Nightwing if he gets through a round clean, but he fucks it up. And he was like 2 minutes away from achieving something. That was this battle. I feel like Fate was going to clearly win that third. He had already said enough dope shit to really swing that third in his balance. It wasn't like Pass was garbage, but it was just okay. To me. That's just to me. But good battle nonetheless. Pass got it. I don't know. I can't remember where all the judges had it. I had it 2-1. Can't debate the third. Can't debate the second. So I guess that's a clear one then. You can't. There's some rounds that go back and forth to me. Especially when chokes like occur. Can't do it. Cannot do it. And that wasn't a choke. It was a huge stumble though. He doubled back like 3 or 4 times. So it counts. Now I do get maybe why it was sometimes it gets a little reckless in your environment and it just throws you off. It wasn't like everything was ideal circumstances and you just blanked out. So I do understand that difference and want to point that out. But yeah, it was enough for me to swing my opinion over to Pass. Pass was dope. That second round that Pass had was crazy. Now, Pass and Mad Flex in this. I can't wait. They got it, but I want to see that. I want to see that in this season. So make that happen, Captain. All right. We'll be back with more after this. Shout out to the King of the Dot. Alpha League Entertainment, man. Alpha Arena. It's one of the ones, man. This was a good turnout. Marv came through. Shout out to Marv 1. Team Rose Productions. They did an incredible job. This was our first time trying out the streaming, the live streaming feature on YouTube. And I would say it was a success. I want to shout out a couple of people from my end. I want to shout out Mama, Stevie, Gambino. I want to shout out Jay, Ref Nelson, D. Cherie, everybody who pulled up to the stream just to show some support to a local league, a league that, I hold near and dear to me because they've always extended a welcome to just come through, do what I do. Man, shout out to Dollar, who was like, man, this is your place. He told me that. Dude's so solid out here, man. He was just like, yo, this is your spot. Hang out, do whatever, man. Like, if you want to kick it afterwards, like, it's whatever. Like, it's just, like, you couldn't, like, so support your local leagues, man. Support your local leagues, dog, because they the ones who really care and rock with you if you showing that mutual love and respect for what they're doing. And I'm just watching them grow, man, and evolve and become a major player out here and trying to take it to the next level. I think back to Lex when I was like, okay, the building blocks for iBattle was when he started like really investing in his own talent, and when he took over, started investing in their own talent, homegrown talent, and saw the value in getting your own building. You don't have to keep renting out buildings for events. I know I don't know, on the outside as a fan, you might not care about that. That shit is vital. And my man Dollar, Alpha, they got their own events. They got their own venue, be rocking out, not just with battles, parties, giveaways, shows, and all that, man. So it's like an experience when you're there, and I think that's really, really important. And yeah, so you see four battles on the card. Top Gunner Butter, he was there. He was there for the main event. He was there. Don't know where his competition was. Wasn't informed on that. And there was another one, I guess. I think it was Rich CJ versus Chico. Rich CJ is actually Time's brother. Yes, the battle rapper Times. That's his bro. Real bro. That battle didn't go down. So it was really just two battles out of the four. And it kicked off with Don Official versus Troy. I've never seen y'all know me. I'm like people assume that I just watch everything because I do watch a lot of battle rap. I'm here to admit, man, I never seen these two brothers before. Never seen these two brothers before. It was a 1 round battle, and Don Official went first. He was good. I thought he came out the gates a little too fast. He was just like, it was weird because when it's your first time listening to somebody, you're trying to figure out what is their calling card. Like, what are you listening for exactly? Because some people have their own set of skills. Some people, schemers, anglers, punchers. I couldn't really. He went kind of a little bit so fast that I couldn't really gauge what his ammo is. Like, what is his thing? It was like a little bit of real talk with a little bit of punching, but it was still good. And I told him afterwards, like, if you would slow down just a beat, you know what I'm saying, you would really let people grasp what you're saying, like the information that you're giving out, and also projection, because he was talking a little light. But I talked to him in a regular conversation. That's just like his natural speaking voice. Even when we were speaking during an interview, it was like kind of in that same tone. But I thought for a 1 rounder, he was solid, man. I think with MBR, Michigan Battle Rap, shout out to the whole, community out here. I think what we just need right now, and that's setting the bar low for right now. But I just think right now what we need is clean performances. Dude was clean. Dude was in the pocket. And as his round progressed, he got comfortable. So I like what I seen. I want to see him again, just to see what level he take it to after that, right? And then as for Troy, I did not know Troy was Marv's brother. I didn't know he was related to him. I just thought that was like his homie. But yeah, he was good, bro. He was good. I can say now it's hard to compare because the next battle we're gonna talk about is a 3 round battle. So it's hard to call him the standout performer because it seems a bit unfair. But I would say I like more stuff in his round than I like from anybody else's on that card. He has some lines, bro. Like witty, just really good. Excuse me, really good one-liners, but really good build-ups into to the punch. And y'all know I value that. Y'all know I value that. If you can have a good build-up to the punch, man, it's just like 5 times more effective to me. I mean, the punch still has to be good, of course, but if you can set it up in a way, I don't feel like I know what line you're about to say next or how you about to tie it in. It got a little bit of unpredictability. Then I'm with it. I'm with it. And he kind of had that, man. He was comfortable out the gate. I can clearly tell he was the more polished individual. Like he said, he hadn't been on stage in a while, but still, there's like just some comfortability with the way he performed. Like he performed, the way he talked to him, and then looked to the crowd and engaged with the crowd and people around him. I thought it was dope. He stood out. He definitely stood out. So I want to see that battle again, or like when it dropped. And no, I was highly impressed. Highly impressed with their ability. Is with their current ability, and more so, I'm just thinking about their potential. Like when Dollar and everybody booked them again against some more competition. Now they got a glimpse of how it sounds, the atmosphere at a Alpha League setting, in the Alpha League setting, how they take that in consideration for their next go around, because that's going to be important. gonna be key. So we're gonna see what that is. So basically, you do it down to one battle, man. The battle for the paper. Those are usually the ones anyway when it's for that paper. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Tony Nova versus Casey James. I was just like, how much are they battling for? Because even when I had the live stream on Caffeine with Times, I couldn't even get into it. Because you know what? I'm not gonna hold you. I assumed that it was like maybe 100, maybe 100, maybe 150. I don't know, something like maybe even less than 100, close to 100 or maybe 100. That's what I was thinking. $500 was on the line. I know, like I said it live, because we were live streaming on YouTube, so I can talk live. But anyway, live streaming, I even said it to both, like, dude, I know some top tiers when they make little bets like that on the side, they don't put up 500. Like, I've seen it. Like, so I was shocked, but I was impressed with the commitment to put up that type of bread for this type of battle, and it was a good battle. I was a little worried because I know they can be choppy, and they both talked about it throughout the battle, about the one person choking, one about not being prepped and things like that. So I was worried in that sense about how this battle played out, especially once I found out that was indeed the last battle of the night. I wanted to end on a high. The brothers came through, man. Tony Nova came through. Casey James came through. At the end of the day, to me it was 1-1 going into the third, and I think that was the consensus around the building. And Tony Nova just took it to another place, man. He was really in his bag. The best round, his best round, and yeah, the best round of that battle. You know, up there, I think it's probably him and Troy got probably the best round of the night. But I'm gonna go with Tony Nova on that, just because it had some money, it had an incentive, it had money on the line, and it was a little more direct to his opponent. Yo, I can't. In case he said as much, he said it was like 1-1 going to the third, and clearly Tony had the better material in the third. Good battle from both, man. I like Tony when he in that bag, like when and I don't know, maybe it's just me. I think when he's less trying to be this Swiss Army knife, where he's, and maybe, I don't know, I could win, because sometimes he goes into a comedic bag, he goes into like a talk heavy bag, he goes into like a real talk bag. When he was just rapping really good, and like his wordplay, like the way when Tony started doing this into the sky and shit, like some luck shit, when he started doing wordplay shit, that's when his shit come across the best. Like when he did the protagonist and all that other shit. To me, when he's just rapping flat out like that, I think that's when he's at his best. I don't know. Maybe I could be tripping. Who knows? Casey James, I thought his game plan was good too, because he kind of relied on the humor side. He kind of relied on like getting jokes off, saying what the brother looks like. He said Franklin. He looked like somebody, like Franklin's dad or some shit. Like it was hilarious, bro. He had some jokes in there, but he also had bars too, and they had their own like little personal angles that they were trying out. I don't know all the details to each one, so it might hit different for someone who knows exactly what they're talking about. But at the end of the day, it was a good way to end the night. Everybody had fun. Thank God they have food at their events. Like, and I ain't just talking about like they ordered some shit. Like, no, they're making fried chicken in the back with fries, chicken strips. They got beverages on deck. It was a good time, man. It was a good time, man. I enjoyed myself. My wife was just like, I had a good time. I smell like fried chicken and weed. I said, go ahead, baby. You smell like fried chicken and weed. But all right, man. I just want to say shout out to Alpha, shout out to Team Rose, shout out to Michigan Battle Rap. We had a legend in the building, Marv was in the building. We had a mixture. It wasn't just predominantly fellas. It was some women in there too, representing it, and that's the type of vibe and energy we need. We need to be, everyone showing up and showing out, and for the most part being clean. Being clean in these battles matter, man. I want to see, like, there be people ask me about battles in the state. I want to give them something. I want to give them something to look at and not worry. Like, there's been battles that I like, but it's fucking choppy as hell. I can't send that to anyone. So, yeah, that's really it, man. Salute, salute, and we're back there. What? Yeah, next weekend. This weekend. We're back. We're back there this weekend. They got a heavyweight matchup. Heavyweight matchup. Michael Ice is back, going against Noah. Whew. So we right back at it, man. And that's it. All right. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please check me out today, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Caffeine. I got Snake Eyes coming through. He got battles to talk about. He got, he a shit talker. He got some stuff to say. But he's a part of the MC War card that got the industry guys. They got Vado versus Saigon headlining. He's a part of that card too, going against the Young Cannon. So pull up 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. I'll be talking to Snake Eyes. Also later today, hopefully, fingers crossed, URLTV app. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the URLTV app. We got Ken Savvy. Want to talk to him for a bit in his battle with Def the Kid that's going on in October. It's going to be live streaming on that app. I'll be doing an interview there later today. Constantly working, man. So that's it. Appreciate you guys as always. Keep it battle rap. Peace and love. We out.